We did it. 120 hours, 5 months of hand knitting cables, and the St. Brigid Sweater by Alice Starmore is complete. So let's put it on. Boom! Let's give it its moment. Here's the front. The little shoulder seam, look at that. Oh. And the back, we all know you want to see the back. It's basically the same as the front, but the back. This is probably the most intense garment I have ever knit, and I am so happy. I mean, it was a pleasure to knit, okay? But towards the end, I was like, get me off of this pleasure ride. One fateful day in January, I stumbled upon the book Erin Knitting by Alice Starmore, and I simply fell in love with the St. Brigid Sweater. Cast on January 16th, and I worked, and now on May 11th, we got something. Quick rundown of the details if you want to replicate this for your very own wardrobe and torture yourself pleasurably. I used BC Garn's Loch Lomond in the color number 16. I used this for my stash. It was in my stash. Now here's the thing. It's a little bit lighter of a DK weight. So the fabric is a little bit more loose. I did meet gauge, but it's a little bit more loosey-goosey, and the cables themselves aren't like popping off the fabric. And if I would have used a more standard DK weight or maybe a light worsted, the fabric itself would be a little bit more stiff, and the cables themselves would be a tad bit juicier. I think it's okay the way that it is. If I really want to, I could knit another one. I used 8.7 skeins of the Loch Lomond. That was about 1,300 meters, give or take. I have the details on my Ravelry. And I did do some modifications. Did some increases on the body. I cast off for the armpit to do a modified drop shoulder. The St. Brigid Sweater pattern was written nearly 30 years ago by knitting legend Alice Starmore. And so the pattern instruction style is a little bit more minimal than what we might be used to in modern pattern writing. But that's okay if you really want to do it. You just got to read through the pattern multiple times, do some 3D modeling in your head. Applied mathematics is knit flat, so each little object that you see on my body is knit as a panel from the bottom up, and then you seam it all together. And the seaming, for me personally, took 12 hours. Yeah, it was worth it, wouldn't you say? I would say it was worth it. Now that my brain is free of cables, why not a little Fair Isle, baby? Why not a little Fair Isle?